Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to another episode of the Jayson Tatum MyCareer series here on the channel. Now, as you can see, Jaylen Brown is currently out to 2 to 4 weeks, and in the intro you also saw me switching the quarters to 8 minutes because I feel like we've been scoring a little bit too much, and I feel like if we put it at 8 minutes, it will be perfect. Now, as you can see, the boy Rob Williams does not want to come back to the team next year. It's quite sad. I think we have a restricted option or team option or whatever it's called on him, so we'll be able to bring him back next year, but he's still not a fan on the team and kind of wants to leave. Now, he's not the only one. Speaking of leaving, Grant Williams also wants to dip. I don't really care about Grant Williams, so I just traded him for some free picks. I feel like we do need some picks on the squad. That'd be really nice, and we move, obviously, Robert Williams to power forward. He'll start, and we signed a Willie Cauley-Stein as well to be kind of our backup big and kind of get a little bit of rotational minutes, but not a lot. Jayson Tatum got injured for a couple weeks, so that's why you didn't get that much of gameplay, simply just because I couldn't use him because he got injured in, I don't even remember which game. It might have been against the Pelicans. I think it was this Pelicans game that he got injured, and obviously he didn't play against the Wizards, and we're approaching All-Star Weekend and the trade deadline, which leads to our final trade of the year. Now, Al Horford has been out for quite some time still with a broken ankle. Carmelo Anthony's now out. So our kind of like veteran big men, but not really big men, are like stretch fours in a way, are both injured, which sucks, but we still have Willie Cauley-Stein getting those rotational minutes in their absence, and we need someone different. Now, I'm not a really big fan of Spencer Dinwiddie, as you can see. Tatum is nowhere to be found on any of these, which makes zero sense to me. Cade Cunningham, obviously Rookie of the Year for the Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony and Jonathan Isaac are all front runners for different awards, which is crazy to think about. That, you know, Magic has 3 award winners, and they're kind of doing Matt. Now, Jayson Tatum did make an All-Star game, was drafted to Team Giannis. No, like, surprises here. I think Darren Fox might be a surprise, maybe Vucevic. Other than that, no real surprises for the All-Star game. I'd say Fox for sure. Maybe Ja Morant, but Ja Morant's Ja Morant. I mean, how are you surprised that he's in the All-Star game? Now, Tatum is 5th in the league in scoring, so, I mean, we're hooping. We're doing good. You guys want to see Jalen Harris? He's doing great over in the G League. He has no reason. Hazonia, he exists. Nico Maninian, he's balling in the G League for the Knicks, not the Warriors G League team, because they don't have one, which I just learned today. Kind of crazy. Now, we are going to be moving away from the Spencer Dinwiddie time here in Boston. It's just not a good fit. I'm not rocking with it. Now, we were talking about the Magic, and they have 3 all-star type point guards, right? You got Cade Cunningham, who's going to be Rookie of the Year. You have 6th Man of the Year, Cole Anthony, and then you have Markelle Fultz. He's averaging 15-7, something around there, but he seems to be their 3rd option as their point guard, and he's had some pretty good numbers, and if we can slide a pick from him, maybe another player. I don't think we're going to get Mo Bamba, because that's a little crazy. Elise Johnson, though, is a nice big man, especially now that we have Al Horford and Carmelo out. He's going to be there to fill up kind of the minutes, and I'd rather have him over Willie Cauley-Stein, so we're going to take that, and we're going to actually sign Jakar Sampson as well. Just kidding. Do we? Nope. We get Batum, because Batum is a bucket. He's playing really well for the Clippers. Obviously, they just got eliminated from the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter. This is the rest of the trade, and we end up getting the GOAT, Markelle Fultz. Now, I did see this comment in a video the other day. I did overpay slightly, gave him a little too many firsts, but, I mean, some of them were first from the Grant Williams trade, so I didn't feel like I overpaid too much, but now we have a new starting point guard, along with a backup big for when Al goes down or Carmelo goes down. Really, anyone we need to rebound the ball and play good defense. I mean, he's averaging 12 rebounds on per 36. He's averaging almost 7 in general. Like, he's having a good season. Smart's kind of been off. I mean, Fultz, like I said, 15-7, kind of exactly what we need for scoring. Now Orlando is stuck with 3 point guards, and Spencer Dinwiddie's their best one, who's probably going to play the worst for them. Now, Spencer Dinwiddie was technically averaging better numbers than Markelle Fultz, but I feel like Markelle Fultz has a higher ceiling. 10 times higher ceiling than Spencer Dinwiddie, and then Willie Cauley-Stein, yes, he was averaging like 6 and 7, but that's just not enough for me, and I feel really happy with the boy Markelle Fultz, and obviously Elise Johnson. Now, hopefully Markelle Fultz kind of turns into the 1st overall pick he was drafted. I mean, the Celtics almost got him years ago, but then we were smart and we picked up Tatum instead, so I have no clue. We're going to run a little bit of a small ball offense here with Robert Williams as our main center, Elise Johnson as our power forward, and then Tatum at the 3, Brown at the 2, and then obviously at the 1, Markelle Fultz. Wow, we have all my, oh my bad, Al Horford and Carmelo Anthony still currently injured on the team as we're here at the trade deadline. The final trade has happened, and we will be jumping in against the, not Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks, who made the playoffs this year in real life and then got stunted on by the Atlanta Hawks, who just got eliminated in 6 against the Bucks, which is sad, but I'm excited to see the Bucks go to the finals, mainly because Giannis is one of the most amazing basketball players to watch, but it's also fuck Giannis, go Devin Booker, and go Chris Paul. Look at him working his core right there. Julius Randle means business. Tatum has averaged 23.6 points the last month. His scoring has gone down, but he also got injured, so I'm not really worried about that. With the injury, obviously his scoring and his usage will probably be down for the time coming, simply just because he's been injured, and I don't want to work him too much. But at least Johnson, first point, it's a Boston Celtic, and it was a beautiful cut that I could feed him with, obviously, because Jayson Tatum is the mastermind passer. We get the ball in the cut. We are one-on-one. I switch it out. Jaylen Brown, the best three-point shooter in the league, drains it. Now, I do have some good news for you. This will be the final Jayson Tatum video with post commentary, because, man, the post commentary is rough. It's hard to actually get a time to record it, and I feel like I'd rather do live commentary and edit it down than do, non-live commentary, edit it down, and then have to record a voiceover, and it's not as polished, not as good, not as amazing sounding as live commentary. You don't get my best reactions. Look at this little move over to the corner. Robert Williams is not pulling that three, thank God, but Markelle Fultz, he's here, what we need him for, to pass the ball, to share the love. Big three, Jayson Tatum, giving us a 4-point lead. We get the rebound, though. Jaylen hitting me right where I need it. Elise Johnson, he's been very active this game, setting screens, helping move the ball, and honestly, like, a lot of stuff that's not going to show up in the box scores, but, like, he just gave us a wide open three right there, off the screen, and also gave us a nice bucket as RJ Barrett cannot handle me. Another green three. Now, I believe this game, keep in mind I recorded this like a week ago, so I don't remember everything 100%, but I think this is the game where we go off from three and hit like 8 threes, maybe. Yes, there's another green. Okay, yeah, we got 14 points already. The first quarter is about to go over, and we have as many points as the whole Knicks team, and now you see why I'm switching to 8-minute quarters. You want another three? Hold this three. Psych. Nice little midi-range jumper. 16. We are on fire right now from the field. I mean, we have our takeover, obviously, so we're going to shoot better either way. But Elise Johnson kind of spacing the floor, bringing the guys out of the paint so Robert Williams can go to work on Cody Zeller, which is a weird pickup for the New York Knicks. I don't know why they would get Cody Zeller, unless Mitchell Robinson somehow got injured again, which wouldn't surprise me. But still, why would you pick up Cody Zeller, of all centers? That is like the last thing the New York Knicks need. And speaking of New York's Knicks, man, I feel bad for all the Knicks fans who think they're going to be good in the coming years. They're going to flop. They're going to go back to mediocrity. Mediocrity? Maybe I'll be wrong. Who knows? Maybe they'll be in the finals next year, because apparently every team that nobody expects has been getting to the conference finals and regular finals. It's been a weird last few years. Mitchell Robinson, now we know he's not injured. You know who almost got injured? Tatum, every time he went to the line. There were some hard fouls in this game, now that I'm remembering it. It was brutal. We went to the line quite a bit. We're 4 for 6 from 3, which you just saw while we were taking those free throws. So like I said, we are shooting lights out. 22-5 as we pull another midi. It's off, but thank God Robert Williams exists, because he is the rebounding god, and he doesn't hit us on the cut, which is quite sad, but he does hit us for the 3. No, yes, bang over his head. 5 for 3. We are shooting lights out. Call me Ray Thompson or Clay Allen or Reggie Tatum or Jason Miller. I don't even know, man. Just 3 points galore everywhere. You want another one? Here, hold it. Psych. Going right around. Big midi. The big men, speaking of big minis, the big men have been setting some big screens and moving the ball off ball in a way, if you know what I mean. Like off ball, they're moving very well, and it's helping the team space the floor. I mean, look at Robert Williams and Elise Johnson working together. They were a great duo down low during this game. And now, like, looking back on the trade, like, I do realize Spencer Dinwiddie was averaging more than Markelle Fultz, but I feel like Fultz's ceiling might be higher than Dinwiddie's. I still have a lot of faith in him. I had faith in him back when I was an 8th grader, and I was like, please draft. I just want Markelle Fultz. Please draft Markelle Fultz. I don't know why. We had Isaiah, you know what I mean? And I still wanted Fultz, man. So maybe I'm just a Celtics fan adding players I wish were still on the team or were ever on the team to the team. And maybe that's my issue. I have no clue. Tatum getting right to the rack, right over Obi Toppin. Now, speaking of Obi Toppin, I do realize we have an 18-point lead. I didn't step off the brakes, but neither did he. Obi Toppin, you all know I'm not the greatest on-ball defender in any 2K, let alone my team or my career. So Obi Toppin, like, goes off for, like, a quick 15, 18 on my head. Obviously, it doesn't bring them back, but he kind of pops off, and it's kind of strange. Tatum, though, with a nice little step back, getting right around Toppin, because Toppin can't really play defense. I was really high on Toppin coming out of Daytona. Hasn't really done much. I believe it was Daytona that he played for. I don't remember. Either way, I feel like he should be better. And he kind of was like weird. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have words for it. He wasn't as good as I expected him to be. But he was still like a good piece. Just in total of the New York Knicks success this year, he really wasn't a factor in it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I guess I didn't watch against like enough Knicks game. As you can see, he makes a nice wide open bucket and gets his takeover. He already has 67 field goal percentage. He didn't seem like a big factor. Maybe I didn't watch enough New York Knicks games. Knicks fans, let me know. He's a little disappointing in his first season, but Robert Williams, you know who never disappoints? His dunks. I mean, he's a wonderful player, man. I love having him on the Celtics. I wish he could stay healthy, but he can't. The knee injuries have been killing him. Fultz in the post. He knows who to give it back to, but I know who to give it back to. Fultz for 3. Can he cash out? No, that's the thing. But it gets poked in. Don't know who tipped that. I'm pretty sure it was the Knicks. Somehow that ball gets tipped in, and the basket is good. I'll take the 3 points, even though we're already up by almost 20. I swing the ball to the other side of the court. Jaylen Brown, like I said a million times, the best three-point shooter in the league as of simulation, so you know he's making those baskets count. Williams in the corner hits me right back. Give me the easy layup, 46 for Tatum. Not in Madison Square Garden, unfortunately, but against the team who refs it. I'm trying to put in subs, though, because this is 13-point lead, 2 minutes to go. It's practically done here, but Terrence Mann setting a screen. He doesn't really see a little bit smaller than Julius Randle, but Tatum don't care. He gonna dunk all over people. It was a poster show, just like last episode. If you haven't seen last episode, against the Brooklyn Nets, another New York team, definitely go peep that if you haven't already. And that one was a banger, as Tatum has been dishing out and postering kids left and right these last couple of games, and it's kind of amazing. Don't know how, and I'm also shooting the lights out. Give me that green, the pull up and pick and pump. There wasn't even a pick, but we end up beating them by quite a bit here. So we're up by 17 with 25 seconds left to go in the game. This is basically where the game ends, though, where the video kind of ends. As you look at the stats, Tatum 54, 4, 11, 3. No blocks. Shot pretty well from the field, but the rest of the team did great. Robert Williams did amazing. Terrence Mann played okay, and obviously Elise Johnson in his first game had 8 and 12, exactly what I asked of him. And like I said, he did a lot of things that didn't show up on the box score, a lot of really good spacing. My defense is off right there. Thank God they were way too far away to win. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Jayson Tatum My Career series. Next episode will be live commentary. It should be the last episode of the season, and then we're going to go into the postseason. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you haven't already. Comment if you're excited for more. All that good stuff. Sub if you're new. Other than that, been your boy, Logan. Peace out.
I'm the bee's knees, these hoes, yeah, they just love me. Flow so cold, but my nose straight runny. Got a lot of bros, so don't act funny. Shooting off shots, gun hopping like a bunny. Run up on me, you a motherfucking dummy. You know I do these